GIMP has a large variety of blending modes for working with layers, and in this video I'm going to show you just a few blending modes, about 4 or 5, that you can use when combining images together to create interesting effects really quickly. So this first one, actually really quick, if you don't know what a blending mode is, basically a blending mode, up here on the upper right hand corner of your screen, you'll see there's a drop down box at the top of the layers panel, and the drop down is mode. And what this does is this changes the way that your current layer interacts with all the other layers. So right now I have this layer called BG for background. I have it set to normal. And what that does is it means that it's just displaying the layer as a completely opaque image on top. So it's obscuring this white background. So you can use these to alter the ways that layers interact with other layers. So let's bring in a second picture here. I've got this nice docked background. Let's bring in this snow leopard, very cute, very fierce at the same time, nice blue eyes. And I kind of want to merge this with the bottom layer here that I've got going. So I'm going to set this one from normal. We're going to change it to overlay. So now it's on overlay. And basically what the overlay layer is, without getting too technical, is it's like a context sensitive transparency. So it's going to look at like how, what the bottom layers are, and then the layer that you apply overlay to, it's gonna adjust its transparency and what it shows based on what's underneath it. So if you have like an all black background and you set something to overlay, you won't see anything. It takes the light of the background, so it's context sensitive transparency. Now the next mode that we're going to look at is called multiply. And multiply does a variety of things, but it's best known for being able to basically take out any white from images after a certain threshold. So here's this weird little wireframe image. We've got it on top here set to normal mode. Got some crazy wireframe explosions going on. I'm just going to set this mode from normal to multiply, and all that white just drops right away. And what it leaves is that wireframe explosion. So we're already getting some crazy effects. This is like looking at Instagram stats already. So moving on. This is another one. It's kind of like the opposite of multiply. This one's called screen. And what screen does is it's like the opposite. So instead of removing white, it removes the black from an image, or the dark elements past a certain threshold. So let's look at this layer here. It's a little space stock layer of a planet. We're going to set its mode from normal to screen. And bam, all of a sudden our snow leopard is in the planet. So we see all we've left here is the light elements of this image. And then finally, the last blending mode you can use to create some interesting images and effects is called color. And what color does is it takes everything out except for the color data of a layer. And so it applies only the color of a layer to what's behind it. So in this instance, I have a black and white version of this photo, and I'm just going to go from normal all the way to color. So we create a much richer version of the photo instead of having it just black and white. So here's like the only black and white version, and we'll put it to color, and it's much, much better. And then last of all, perhaps, we'll bring up this text layer. And right here, you can see it works the same. It works exactly the same with text as it does with other things. So we'll change the color of this text to white. Then it says illusions, because that's cheesy and great, and we'll change that to overlay, and bam, it becomes context sensitive transparency. Wonderful blending modes for wonderful layers to create totally bizarre images and actually very interesting effects. There are very few posters in the dance scene, in even like general marketing, that don't have some use of layer blending modes in them. So they're good things to know your way around.